Welcome back to the Journeys in Business series. I'm Jess, owner of Jess Creatives, and in this series, I'm sitting down with entrepreneurs to hear about their journeys in business and lessons they have learned. Hey Paige, thank you so much for joining me.
Hi, Jess. Thank you for having me. This is so fun.
Of course. So to kick us off, why don't you introduce yourself and tell us about what you do?
Okay. Well, my name is Paige Wilhide. I am the founder of a company called Paige Media. We are a digital video strategy company in New York. So we help people get their story out there and get it heard in a really fun, exciting way. Everything we do is video based, and we love video. That's why I love this, because I get to look at you.
Right.
See your face, to get to know who you are.
Yes. So do you work with people just in New York, or do you work with people digital, like online?
All over the world. So anybody can work with us. We have different packages based on, where you are. So we've traveled to clients to do shoots, or if we can't do the shoot, we'll hire out different people in different places, or
Nice.
we can record things via Zoom. If you want to do a very low production value, quick thing, we can we can accommodate all kinds of different budgets and locations and things like that.
Nice. So you keep saying we. So do you have a team of people with Paige Media?
I do. It's crazy. Yes, I have a team that used to be just Paige. I have got an editor. Her name's Mary, and she's wonderful. She's my full-time editor, my right-hand woman, helps me stay on task, and she helps me in all kinds of different ways, and she's an amazing editor, and I totally adore her. And then I have two videographers that work for me also, and they'll be hired out depending on the project.
Nice. So How long have you been doing this?
I started in 2013.
Nice.
So, yeah.
And then how long did you do this as a one-woman shop before you started hiring help?
I would say it was probably 2 years. And then I realized, okay, well, I can't do all of this on my own. And I have my strengths. I know where my strengths are. And I also have my weaknesses, and I know where they are. Yeah. And I would rather have someone do the work that I can't do as well. So
yes.
Someone who could do it better than me and for a lower price, essentially. Yeah. So that's when I first hired Mary to do some editing work for me. Very freelance, she worked from home. And then slowly we just started, I hired her, and all of a sudden I was getting more business. And I was like, oh, this is how you grow a business. This is,
this is how it works.
I have the capacity to go out and sell more now that she is doing work that is very time consuming. So we're this amazing tag team, because I bring in the business and sell the client, and then I do the creative, and she does the storytelling in post-production. Yeah. And so it's a really, really great partnership we have going on, and it's been amazing. She's full-time now.
Oh man, I love that. I have my YouTube channel, obviously. That's where this episode is at right now.
Hey, YouTube. What's up?
Hey, YouTubers. So even just my short little 2-minute videos, it's a whole production in itself of the lights and the camera and the editing. So I can only imagine trying to do it full time like you do by yourself. I don't know if I could have done that for 2 years like you did by yourself. Cause my husband helps me edit, and he doesn't help me with setup because it's 3 things. I'm like, okay, there you go. But I would have definitely brought on help like you. Was it scary? Were you scared to bring on help to outsource?
Yeah, I still am. To be honest, I'm terrified every day. I'm like, what if I don't have enough work, and she's, I'm paying her a salary. I have to pay her a salary, and I have workers' comp. What? This is where am I right now? But it's scary, but I just, I make it work. It's kind of the thing where I've had times where I've had really, really, really slow months, and it's been horrible. And I'm like, how am I going to find the money? And it comes you just gotta kind of trust that you've put put all the feelers out there and done what you have to do, and just take a step back, like breathe, and let this baby, this business that you're building, like let it breathe itself to life and build and become what it will become.
Yeah. And I think because I've hired like small project outsourced a few things like VAs, like other designers, that kind of thing. But it is super scary for me to think about having employees. Like,
yeah.
I think that would be the most intimidating thing. How long was she, like, when you first went, and then like how long until she went full time?
She's been working for me for a little over a year.
Nice.
Yeah. So it was baby steps, like little by little. And then she started coming in and working, from when I worked from home. She would come to my home and sit at the computer.
You're like, sit on the couch with me.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was. It was like a little like co-working living room. And then I got an office space, which is where I am right now, in a conference room. And then she started being part-time, and she would come in, 3 days a week, like clockwork. And then it was just like, we've got enough work for you to be full-time.
Yeah.
And it's been a lot of kind of calculated risks. Like, you just kind of have to fall and trust that your business will support you. Trust that you've put enough things in place. Like I was talking about before, it's a baby, and you have to, let it do its thing at some point.
Yeah, let it learn how to walk.
That's what, right. Like I'm a mama pushing a bird out. Bye.
I hope you fly.
I hope you fly back.
Yes. But I think it is super important to take risk and like step out and be like, okay, I'm going to hire help. Because like you said, you hired her, and then, like I'm getting more business because I have more time to do this. And I think whether it's like hiring help or like investing, like I'm biased, but investing in your website or your brand and like leveling that up, people don't realize how huge of an impact it can have, whether it's up leveling something, asking for help, or, whatever. It's always investments. They usually, almost always, I don't want to say all the time, but they can really have an impact. And like, it's scary, but like you said, you have to try.
Right. It's totally scary. And it's just like, you're talking about investing in something that is a lot of money, right? If like, you think about it and you're like, oh my God, that's how much I'm going to spend on building my brand. Is it really worth it? But it's like, I don't know. It's a little woo-woo, but money is energy. And you gotta let it flow. You can't hold on so tight to all your money. I've got a lot of monthly expenses that kind of flow through me. And at first it's really stressful because I have all these monthly retainers I have to pay for software and for, I have a VA who helps me and a coach and like, all these monthly retainers. And just, it kind of like flows out and flows back, in dividends, and it actually returns on the investment. And
it does.
You gotta, it's a lot that I'm talking about trust, but it really is.
It is.
Trust that it will come back. And I know that sounds so like woo-woo, and I've never been a woo-woo person.
But that's what you have to do. Yeah. So what is your favorite part about what you get to do?
Oh God. I love my work every day. I love working. Maybe it's hindered some of my relationships in life, but like I really do love working. I'm a multi-passionate person. I used to be an actress. I've done marketing for different companies. I love to travel, and I love telling stories. I love writing. So I get to do all of these things that I love every single day.
Yeah.
And I get to talk to people, and I get to help people tell their stories. And I don't think there's like one thing about it that I love. I think the idea that I've created a life where I can do everything that I love is incredible. And it blows my mind that I've gotten this far, because I tend to be a person who starts projects and never finishes them, as my mom will tell you, from all of like the little latch hook rugs that I have lying around.
I used to do those.
Aren't those fun?
They're so
Where did
like
those go?
soothing. I should go find one. See if I don't even know if they're for sale anymore, but I should
don't
go.
know. I'd probably like Amazon or something. We should do that. We should have like a latch hook circle instead of a
Oh my
knit
gosh,
circle.
how much fun would that be?
So much fun. You have to come to New York.
Yes. It would give us something to do when we're not supposed to be working, quote unquote.
Exactly.
You know, we have this balance and we can, or like we could have like a Thursday virtual lunch where we do our latch hook and like sit here and latch hook together. Like bring in the 90s back, okay? Like,
yeah, we can wear scrunchies.
Oh my gosh, yes. And listen to Backstreet Boys.
Boom.
But then
Love
what
it.
would we do with our latch hook rugs? Are we gonna like hang them in our front
I don't want
area?
I don't want to hang that anywhere.
We could like sisterhood of the traveling latch hook rugs, like mail them to each other.
No, not kidding. Like I'll do a couple rows and then mail it to you.
Yes. No, I wonder if you could customize like create your own pattern and then you could like do one of your logo.
Oh my God. This is genius. There's so many different options.
I'm like creating a new business idea. We're going to create.
No, I'm telling you, I have so many business ideas. My friend who's a life coach, she's like, you need to write down all your ideas because you're like bursting with too many ideas. So now I have an ideas journal and I write down all my ideas. And she's like, anything that you really are super inspired and passionate about, you will get more excited as you write. And things that are like not that great, you'll just kind of write them down and get rid of them and forget them.
That's super cool. An ideas journal.
I'm going to write it down. I'm writing down this latch hook idea.
Don't forget that Thursdays we listen to Backstreet Boys and with ours and have scrunchies on our hair. I'm going to have to go buy some scrunchies as well. I'm pretty sure I don't have any.
No. Where would you get scrunchies? I don't know. Claire's?
Like Dollar Tree? Claire's definitely. I think Claire still sells those. I walk by Claire's and I'm like, I used to spend so much money there as a little kid. Like, it's ridiculous.
Did you get your ears pierced there? That's where I got my ears pierced.
I did. Like, I mean, I used to go there and it would be like Christmas time. So I had to buy a gift for like my 7 friends. And my mom would be like, why are you spending so much money on all your friends? I'm like, well, because there's this glittery picture frame and there's this candle and like these earrings. And well, she doesn't wear earrings. So I have to get a necklace. Like, I just remember my mom being like, you were spending a ridiculous amount of money at Claire's. Like, it's your money. You have done the babysitting or whatever, but let's tone it down.
She's like, I could give you advice. You won't listen to me because you're a teenager.
Yeah, that was a nice little tangent back down the 90s.
Yeah, and we started a new business. So this is
just
totally worth it.
Yes, keep an eye out for our latch hook circle coming soon.
Launching soon.
Oh man. So what would you say is your big why? What drives you?
Oh man. Helping women tell their stories. When I get to listen to somebody and they like trust me enough to open up and be vulnerable with me, and then just like when people start crying, I start crying. It's just this exchange of emotion, and I'm just so committed to helping women get their voices out there and get their missions heard. So it's like I'm a vehicle for other people's why.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, oh my God, it's just the most fulfilling thing I could ever do.
Do you do, like, is there any type of video work that you do a lot of? Like, do you do a lot of, like, brand promotion videos or just typical kind of, like, YouTube-y videos or?
It's all over the board, honestly. Like, we're doing everything from, we're producing a broadcast commercial for TV, which is like a big deal. Like, that's the biggest thing that we've ever done.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's so much fun. It's so much fun. We do a lot of like brand videos, like mission statement videos, company culture videos. And then there's the social media stuff. And that's what I love doing, the social media stuff, because it's like, you get to see how it works. Like, people are like, wow, I got 10,000 views on this one video that I posted and it was only 20 seconds. And you know, it's really cool because you can get really creative with that. And you're like, okay, how can I tell a complete and engaging story in a 20-second spot in a 20-second time period. So it's like, it's so much fun. It's really challenging. You get to be super creative, which I love.
That does sound fun. I mean, that's why I like design so much, because every project is different. Every client's different. Like, they're just a whole variety. Like, people are like, what do you do? And I'm like, or like, what projects are you working on right now? And I'm like, well, I'm doing like this and that. And the next month I'm doing this. And they're like, oh, and I'm like, yeah, like, I like it though. I like that there's the variety, because it's, like you said, it's a little bit challenging to like, come up with different ideas and just fitting in, like you said, the social media videos, like in a 20-second spot. And it's like, for me, that's designing a social media graphic and getting all the messaging and the content like to fit into this tiny little square and make it like readable but fun, but still like getting everything across. And so I like those, like you said, those little projects, the little messaging. That's sometimes the most fun.
It's like we do the same thing, but just in different ways, like different deliverables.
Yeah, yours moves and mine doesn't.
Exactly. Yours is maybe, I think yours is harder, because you have to catch people. They get one glance, right? You get one glance. Like for me, I get maybe like a generous 4 seconds, right? 4 seconds to get people's attention. You get like one.
If that, like a half a second. But if you could go back to like your first week or your first month of business and like sit down and tell yourself something to prepare for this road ahead, what would you tell yourself?
Oh my God. I'm like reliving those days in my mind right now. Just like, I don't want to travel back. What would I tell myself? I mean, the theme of trust keeps coming up. I say, trust the process and love the process. Like I'll go through days where I'm like, I love my life. I have the best life ever. And then I'm like, what the heck am I doing? Get me out of here. So it's like, it's every single day. So I think I would tell myself, stay true to yourself, stay true to who you are, trust the process, trust your gut, and know that you are enough.
Yes. Like, I think that's something that a lot of entrepreneurs struggle with, because there's all this, I think, kind of unspoken competition of like followers and subscribers and like money. And it's like, you have to remind yourself that like, you're enough. Just, you're like, if you're doing your best and you're doing what you love, like, then that's good enough. Like, I think we sometimes get too caught up in the competition of like, and it's hard because like, I know that, obviously we need to make money. And to some extent, the website visitors and the followers do hold some weight of like, if no one's coming to your website, that might be a problem, because how do you get clients? Exactly. But, it's like, you have to just keep focused on what you're doing and not get caught up in it.
And it's like, I use the metaphor of a yardstick or a ruler, right? And it's like, why would you measure your success with someone else's ruler? It doesn't make sense. It doesn't match up. You know what I mean? I want to do a video.
Give me goosebumps. I'm like, okay, I need to like write that down.
Well, I thought about it because a lot of my friends that I grew up with are on different trajectories. They're working 9 to 5. They've maybe like gone to grad school or med school or something, and they're getting married and having children. And that's like the opposite of my trajectory right now. And it's like, a lot of times I'll be around them and be like, oh my God, I'm not living, like my life is not going the right way. Why am I not in a relationship? Why, and then I'm like, why am I measuring by their yardstick? It's not, we have different lives and different goals and completely different. We're just different. So it really, it's totally like, you are successful by your own measurement.
Yes. And like, even as entrepreneurs, like your success looks different than my success. Like, you may want to make $1 million, which is awesome. And like, if you want to hand me $1 million, that's cool. But like, if your goal is $1 million, like your work, your services, your what you do may look different than what I do. Like my my goal might not be $1 million because like, I don't want to work 100 hours a week, or, you know, like maybe my goal is to not make, like maybe it's like, I want to only make $100,000 a year
Yeah.
because of, like, I know people who only work 2 days a week because they have a family, and like, that's not their goal. The money isn't their goal because the family is their goal. Like, they just want to have like passive income that just sustains the
Yep.
business while they raise a family. So I always tell people, like, your success looks different than my version of success because we have different goals.
Totally.
Like,
Some people value, you know, some people value having a family and raising children.
mm-hmm.
Some people value buying a Louis Vuitton bag. Like, those are two different values and two different goals completely.
Yeah.
You know, and if you are a successful mom, that might look like success to somebody. And if you are a successful business person making millions of dollars, that might look like success to somebody.
Yep.
But it just looks different to everybody.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So if you were starting your business over tomorrow, what is something you would do differently?
It's really hard because I know people probably say this a lot, but every mistake I've made or everything that I've done, I've learned so much from, and it wouldn't have made me, you know, it wouldn't have made me where I am today or put me where I am today. I took a lot of like personal development courses and seminars and started diving into that world and learning a lot about where my blind spots are and what I can do better to be a better communicator and better in my relationships and in my business. And that I wish I would have done earlier.
Yeah.
It gave me so many tools for dealing with difficult situations. When you're dealing with a difficult client, or you have a client who's yelling at you for some reason, or, you know, you're not making enough money one month, it really just gives you tools to deal with these things that life will throw at you as an entrepreneur and just as a human being.
Yeah.
So that I wish I would have done that a lot earlier, these professional and personal development courses, for sure.
Were these like online courses or were they in person?
It was in person. So
Nice.
It's called Landmark Education. I don't know if you've heard of it, but they're all over the world. And I did the first course, which is a weekend. It's called the Forum, and then the advanced course, which is another weekend. And it's been incredible. It totally changed my life. And I, you know, people in my life notice that I'm different because of it. And
that's awesome.
Yeah, it's cool.
That's really cool. So if you're listening, go look that up and
check out Landmark. Landmark.
Because I think that's good, because I think a lot of times we get, again, caught up in like, oh, I need to read this business book on like how to make more sales, and like these things are good, but I think we also need to work on developing ourselves as well. So I think that's really cool that you did that. And it was only a weekend each time.
It was just a weekend. Yeah. So that's Friday, like Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah. Like that's not a huge time it's not like, here's a 12-week course on.
Right. Exactly.
Like it's very doable. Like just set aside one weekend and then that's it, or 2 weekends actually. And
it's a whole different kind of learning that I've ever experienced, because you're not being like told what to do. You're not being told like, this is the stuff that you need to do to build a business, or this is what a marketing plan should be. It's more like you get a mirror into your own life and your own self and where your blocks are. And you're just realizing these things and knocking down blocks left and right. And you're like, oh my God, I'm a new person.
Yeah, that's so cool. I'm going to look that up after this.
Yeah, check it out. It's really, really cool. Let me know if you end up doing it.
Okay. We can talk about it during our Latch Hook lunches.
100%. Yeah. And you're going to do this, by the way.
Just saying.
Yeah.
So what is next? What are you working on in 2017?
2017 is the year of video courses. So I'm putting out more like online courses. I built my business offline. I built my business doing networking. Like I go every Thursday morning at 7 a.m. like clockwork. I go to this morning networking meeting in New York. So I've just like made so many connections and built my business that way. Now I want to take things digital and online, start kind of giving myself location freedom a little bit more. So be able to travel with my business. And in order to do that, I've created this 2-week boot camp course for teaching people from start to finish how to make their own videos. And they actually leave the course with videos that they have.
Nice.
Yeah, it's so fun. It's so much fun. And I'm really, really excited to be able to like just build that audience and build that network of people online who can't afford to hire a videographer or something like that, and just want to get the, you know, down and dirty, how do I get started, and just get it done.
Yeah.
You know?
That's so cool. I love video. Just this morning, I literally got a new inquiry in my inbox, and I always ask, like, where do people find me? And she found me on YouTube.
I'm telling you, it's amazing. And I love that you do video. I love your videos, by the way.
Thank you.
Any entrepreneur that does video, I'm like, yeah, girl, work it.
Do it.
Do
like
it.
I posted about it because I'm like, people need to jump on this. It's not a bandwagon, but they need to start doing video. Like, I was super nervous when I started, and I was super awkward. Like, if you go back to my first few videos, I'm like, it was bad. Like, if those weren't like good, like one of those first, like, as I call my awkward videos, actually got me a client somehow. I don't know how, because like, but like now so I'm tempted to delete them, but I remind myself, like, one of those got me a client. Don't know how, so like maybe it could work again in the future.
Well, you know what you should do is do a video where you are reacting to that video. So play that, you know, like play that in the corner, like a picture in picture, and just like react to it and be like, oh my God, I was awkward.
Guys, don't do that. Don't do that.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I used to sit at my desk, like right here, facing the other way, and just talk to my iPhone. But because I don't know why, I would try and do my entire video in one take. Like, I wouldn't do jump cuts. So I would try and memorize like 3 paragraphs.
Girl.
Like, literally. And so, I mean, I would get so mad because I'd get to like the very end, and then I'd be like, dang it. Like, I just was trying to thank them for watching, and then I like flubbed. And so I have to start over because I didn't want to, like, I don't know why, but
that for some reason, like, me out.
I know. I was like, and then once I finally switched and was like, okay, I'm just gonna like do these jump cuts, and then my life became a lot easier because, like, I mean, that first video took me like 3 hours at least to make. It was
ridiculous.
Yeah, and now I can, like, I mean, and people are like, I'm so bad at video. I'm like, just give it a few months, you'll get much better. Because now, like, I remember a few weeks ago, I texted my husband. I was like, hey, like, when are you getting home? And it was like, in 20 minutes. I was like, oh, cool. I have time to do a video before you get home. And like,
that's so cool.
Set it up, did the video, got done. And like, I remember, I think it was like right after I turned off the camera or something, the garage door opened. And I was like,
that was 20 minutes on the dot.
Like, that was perfect. So I'm very thankful that it does not take me 3 hours anymore.
Thank God, because you wouldn't do it if it did.
No. And so, I mean, it was really rough, like that first month, maybe 2 months. And I was like, I don't know if I want to keep doing this. You know, like, I know video's good and like all this jazz and YouTube, but I'm glad I stuck it out, because now I love video. Like, it's super fun. And
that's what this course is for, like, to help people get over that, you know, where you're like, how do I do that? Trying to figure it out. It takes so much time trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
Like, I'll just tell you what to do.
So where can we connect with you online and find out about this course?
Yeah, so you can go, I've got a lot of social media happening. You can go to my Instagram, which is probably my favorite platform other than YouTube, of course. So Paige Media on Instagram, and I'm Paige Media C-O on YouTube. And then my website is paigemedia.com. And for the course, you can go to, let me just make sure that I say it right so that I'm not send you to the wrong place. It is vvb.entrepaiges.com, and VVB stands for Video Visibility Course.
Gotcha.
So vvb.entrepaiges.com.
Awesome.
And you can go there and check out all the good stuff. There's a couple videos on there.
Cool. And I'll link to that below. So anybody listening, you can just check out the show notes. I'll link to that so you don't have to go search and find that. But thank you so much for chatting with me today.
Oh my gosh, it was a pleasure. It was so much fun. Thank you. I'm so excited to like see your videos and then latch hook thing. Let's get it going. Get it rocking and rolling.